Quinn, I just want to take a second to highlight you. And I know that this is not something that you're doing on your own. You have a co-founder, you have councilmen that have helped supported you. But the reason that I want to talk about this is because 900 cities in the US and also in Canada have BSL laws. And so you were just somebody that moved to Denver and took this upon yourself to create change. And I think that that's really important to talk about, the fact that you didn't come from a politics background. You don't have experience in legislation writing and government. And so for the people that are living in cities with BSL now, what's the first step? What can they do? What was the first step that you did to get this ball rolling?
Yeah. The first step that we did was literally we created a Facebook group. That is what we did. Social media can be so powerful. You know, it can be bad and it can be great. And for us, it has been great. So we started a Facebook group. We got a name, we got a logo, and we just started trying to post facts. Almost impossible to find statistics on this, which is another reason why a lot of cities have trouble getting rid of BSL. There's just not a lot of facts behind it. So Shira, who's my co-founder, she created a briefing book, which literally just lays out all of the information, all of the statistics we have found. And then we started reaching out to each council member individually. There's 13 in Denver. So we set up one-on-one meetings and we talked to them. We got connected with Councilman Herndon pretty early on, and he really we wouldn't be here without him. But initially what we did was start a Facebook group, and we started to make some noise and really get people involved in realizing that, you know, this should not be a thing in Denver. Well, it shouldn't be a thing in general, but specifically in Denver. So
basically start finding like-minded people and getting them together. And then from there, the ideas can flow.
We like to joke that we're a Facebook group with a dream. And here we are today. So it works.
Your dream's coming true.
Yes, it is.
I do, before the last question, I do want to talk really quickly about what's happening now, between now and November 3rd, with Replace Denver BSL. So you're fundraising. Where is that money going to? What are you really focused on right now to get ready for the vote?
Yeah, that's a great question. We've been really fundraising heavy the first month that we realized, after we realized that we were on the ballot. So we're fundraising heavy, and that is going to our campaign. Our campaign, we've hired someone that has been in politics who has run ballot campaigns before. So we have an overhead that we have to hit. We have a website. We have to, hire those consultants. And then everything beyond that is all towards digital marketing, literature, and texting. We're going to be texting Denver probably starting the next 2 weeks to make sure that they know that this is on the ballot. So that's the majority of where we're spending our money.
Okay, great. So really just awareness that this is on the ballot, A, and 2, because I'm sure Denver is like LA, is like every city, that the ballot is,
so long.
It's long. And so I think when we were talking prior, your focus right now actually isn't even on changing hearts and minds, because it's such a short time frame, and it's a polarizing issue. So people, for the most part, know which side they're on. So instead, your focus is awareness that it's on the ballot, 2J, vote yes on 2J, and really just get out to the polls and vote, right?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And thank you for bringing that up, because that's really important. We did a poll a couple months ago to see if this was even something that was feasible for us. We wouldn't have gone forward if we didn't think that we could get it passed. And the numbers were amazing. 50% of the people didn't realize that BSL was a thing in Denver. And of that, we had the majority of the people wanted to get rid of this ban. So without any education, without having any knowledge of what BSL is, they said that they would vote yes for this. So, so that's exactly what I'm saying. We're not doing education because we have such a short time frame. We know that this is a very black and white issue for people, but The people that are for it are the majority. And so we just want to let them know that 2J is on the ballot. Go, rifle through all the pages of your ballot, go directly to 2J and vote yes. And then you can, then go vote for other things, but fill out your entire ballot. That's exactly what we're trying to get across to everyone, is that we are there, vote yes, 2J.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Lauren, unless you have anything else, I will ask our last question.
I don't think that I do. Quinn, thank you for doing this. I think it's really incredible that, as a loving dog owner and just an advocate, that you would lend your voice, time, attention to something like this. I think so frequently people see something and see an injustice and they just are like, that sucks. But I really truly commend you on, really making this fight your own, because I know that this will positively impact Denver in so many different ways and probably make the city so much more attractive for people, thinking about moving there. I know a lot of jobs have moved there, so I'm really excited for this. If I could, I would vote for 2J, but I'm going to tell someone else too in Denver. So
I was just thinking, what's the timeline to get residency in Denver? Do we have time? could we move there for a hot second just to vote?
Right. Well, this is the great thing about Denver, is that you can register to vote and then vote the same day. So that's the one good thing about Denver. So we are putting people to register to vote, and then obviously vote, because it's a big year in general. We know that there's a lot going on in this world. And we're happy to be on the ballot, and we're happy to be a part of the conversation.
Can I actually ask one more question, Casey, if you don't mind?
Yeah.
What is someone's preconceived notion, maybe if this is a 30-year ban, someone living in Denver that is like thinking along past elections, that is like, oh, this is going to go into effect if I vote yes. What is something that, misinformation that people don't realize isn't in fact true with your ballot initiative?
I would say, like, one of the things that why people wouldn't vote for 2J is because in their minds, because they've never heard of it, they think, well, why would we change it if it's fine, if the law is fine? But they haven't done the research, and they don't know those answers to those questions, because it's not fine. Like we stated earlier, you're paying a lot of money for something that's not doing anything for your community. But another thing is, oh goodness, I would say that, again, going back to the leash laws, like, that's not specifically in our ordinance, because that's a law that's in Denver already. And that's something that is already, an issue in Denver, and we're trying to make it better by, like, don't spend on BSL, take that money and allocate it other places so you can actually make your city safer.
Perfect. Thank you, Quinn.
So Quinn, I know just from seeing the questions coming in and the engagement on on Gentle Pit's social media when we've been talking about BSL, there are so many people that are watching Denver right now that are rooting for you guys, that know about BSL and know that it's an important issue, but that don't necessarily live in Denver. So what can people who don't live in Denver do to help support you right now up and through November 3rd?
Yeah. So the things that you can do if you don't live in Denver, you can still volunteer for our campaign. You can find us, email us at replacedenverbsl@gmail.com. We have a lot of people that don't live in the Denver area, and there's a lot that you can do. Another thing is you can like, share, repost, comment on any of our posts. That obviously boosts our outreach and gets people to know what we're doing. Alongside that, you can also, a lot of people know people that live in the Denver area. Tag a friend, send it. Yes, exactly. Just say, hey, this is super important. You are going to be voting on this in November. You should understand what you're voting on. give them our website. Our website is www.replacedenverbsl.org. We would love to educate them. So that's another thing. You can also donate. We have a GoFundMe, or you can shop at the Gentle Pit until the end of September, because 10% of the proceeds straight to our campaign.
Yes, we got a lot of support this month, so we're looking forward to making a good donation to you guys.
And thank you so much for partnering with us. That I went shopping. I spent a lot of money. I was happy to do it. They have a lot of cute stuff. So definitely go to thegentlepit.com.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Well, yes, thank you, Quinn. Thank you, Lauren. Remember, vote yes on 2J. I'm trying to think of a hand signal for J, but nothing's easy. But yes on 2J. If you're a Denver resident, in November 3rd. Here on the Gentle Pit, and I also know over at Woof Republic, we are going to be keeping you updated on this fight. Again, 10% of purchases at the Gentle Pit go back to supporting Replace Denver BSL throughout the month. And I know over at Woof Life, they have a bunch of fun blog posts and podcasts talking more about this issue. So make sure to tune in, and we will be looking forward to a big party on November 4th when this bill passes.
Yay. Thanks, ladies.
All right. Talk soon.
All right. Bye.